Morning everyone. I'm just walking back from dropping my horses off at their field, hence yellow coat, because I walk along the rain. You can see from my attire it's really cold this morning, and that's cold by UK standards. There's my horses over there. They're going to be there for a few hours and I'll bring them back. So I love these morning walks. I love the cold morning walks. They're really fantastic. And one of the things that's been coming up a lot recently with people that I've been working with is I haven't got enough time for doing it. And I completely get that feeling. I found myself saying it very often. But one of the things I would say for that, the first starting point that I always ask people to look at, and I always go back to myself, is to do a daily audit. For the next 3 days, literally do a little audit, write it down in a notepad. What are you spending your time doing? What are you getting up? Time are you getting up? How much time are you spending scrolling on social media or watching something or listening to something that's not uplifting or growing you? Because actually, when we go through a lot of our daily actions, half the time we're missing out on those life-changing things that can really make a difference to all of us, is because we're literally spending so much time wasted doing things that are not serving us, not moving us forward, not uplifting our health, our mood, our lifestyle, not helping others in our local or mid-distant communities. And this is such an important point to look at, because every single time I've done this exercise for myself, and every single time I've done it for others as well, I've realised that there's so much more time in the day that we have. Look, RFK, name any inspirational person that you want. You know, that's going to be different for all of us. But I'm going to take Robert Kennedy Jr. Now, he's got the same amount of hours in the day as we have. He's 70 or in his early 70s or something. He makes time every day to meditate, to work out in the gym, and to go to a 12-step process meeting for his previous addiction. He can make time to do that every day because they're his non-negotiables, and look what else he manages to achieve as well. Now, I don't know him personally, so I don't know. You know, everyone's got different situations in their life. I've been through that stage of being a young working mother. I've been through the stage of looking after a sick parent. I've got loads of animals, which, as you all know, are my pride and joy. And sometimes that can be predictable, and sometimes it can be unpredictable. I've been through the stage of looking after young children, and as they grow up, going to clubs, taking them to what they need. So we've all got different pressures on us at different stages in our life. But equally, I guarantee that every single one of us, if we did a time journey of what we were spending our time on for the next 3 days, I bet you could find that extra hour, even if it's split up into different times, 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there, you'd be able to find that extra power to decide on what's the one thing you're going to go all in on for the next 90 days that's going to really transform your life. So that's the next part of my little morning talk this morning, is what is the one biggest area of your life that you want to transform? Is it your health? Is it your wealth? Is it your relationships? Is it your fitness levels? Is it your joy and your sense of fun? Is it having time to either start a new hobby or take up a hobby that you've dropped because you haven't had the time? So what I'd really encourage everyone to do is, if you're not happy, if you're just not feeling that oomph each morning, I'd really encourage you to make some time over the next couple of days. Don't leave it. Make some time to first and foremost decide, what is it? If you had an extra hour each and every day, what would you want to be doing with that, and why? And once you've done that, do a little time audit. Have a look at what you are actually spending your time doing each day. Look at what you can cross out. Look at what's not actually serving you, what's not helping you. Stop doing that and start spending that time on something that's really going to make a difference to you, because none of us know what tomorrow brings. And there's nothing worse than regretting it. There's nothing worse than looking back and thinking, I wish I'd done that. And at the end of the day, if you're not in the place that you want to be physically, if you're not in the place where you want to be with your joy of life, if you're not feeling fulfilled, if you're not feeling useful and loved by those around you, whether that's animals or humans, it's time to change now. Please don't wait. So I'd really love to hear anyone that this message resonates with. Just put a comment below, just put time, and we can see who's going to then be really committing to looking at their time this week and making some changes. If you want to put more, if you want to put what you're doing with it, about what's working for you, tips for you, fantastic. But if not, just the word time and hit that like button will show us who's in this community is really committed to making those changes. So it's a beautiful morning here. I'm going to go in and light my fire, get a nice cup of tea and get started with my day. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And if you feel inspired, please do share with your friends and family. This helps us spread the word and also helps me encourage some exciting new guests to take part in this podcast. And above all, stay curious and stay free.